Good afternoon. Smitty here on behalf of SpacePotatoes.com. I'm accompanied by Ellsworth
Hola.
and Ronan.
Hey, Ronan here, guys.
Good afternoon to you, gentlemen. We're here tonight looking at a massive chainsaw.
Woohoo!
Nice.
And really, by that, this is Wolfenstein: The New Order. This is a relatively new game. It came out earlier this year, I want to say around the July timeframe. It's published by Bethesda, who are affiliated with id. So really, this is an id game, I do believe. And this is a new Wolfenstein game. Let me hit E on this chainsaw. Oh, apparently I need splatter protection.
Don't we all?
And, hey, check out this Nazi I got tied up.
It's not that kind of website.
Yeah, find some splatter protection. There we go. Guys will be seeing this at a little bit of a delay.
One of the things that's interesting about this game that surprised me was just how big a game it was. I think they were one of the first to do the lossless audio. Wasn't this a 40 gigabyte
yes,
download?
This was a large game.
Large. I remember this thing running for, I think, about 36 hours at our house to get it down.
It's no Titanfall. Titanfall was a 60 gig download.
That's
which
right.
Was excessive.
I sincerely hope you're going to use that chainsaw on that Nazi you have tied up there.
Yes, I
This is a Wolfenstein game. Without going to spoilers, I'm pretty sure.
Because I'm leaving if you don't.
There we go. I was missing the splatter protection. There we go. And now I am protected from splatter. This game very concerned about, keeping your clothes clean.
Well,
And
Nazis and all.
I mean, I'm supposed to be doing something. Here we go. That Nazi was stabbing me, and I was punching him in the face. This is really how I spend every Friday night.
How do you get up?
Wizard.
He's a wizard. That's it.
Nazi wizard.
Gnomes untied him.
Gnomes untied him. Man, every time.
So, I'm starting it here on a cutscene. This is a Wolfenstein game. This is an action game, a first-person shooter, in the ilk of such famous first-person shooters as Wolfenstein and Spear of Destiny, the sequel to Wolfenstein. But of course, this is also a first-person shooter in the modern sense as well. Can I
going all the way back? This is what started it. Pre-Doom, Doom 2, leading to Quake, all the classics.
Yep, that is B.J. Blazkowicz himself starring in this game as per the original. I'm kind of tired.
I appreciate the English profanity in the subtitles
yes,
there.
Nice.
I'm skipping cutscenes at this point. Whoa, that dude just lost his head. That was foul.
Impressive.
Jeez, I forgot how uncomfortable the violence makes me in this game. That was my first impressions seeing someone else play this game. Was walking up behind and face to face, throat slitting, and this is a very violent game. So,
Well, to remind me not to ask you out on the weekends.
I remind you that all the time, regardless. Ellsworth. We've talked about this.
Okay.
But check that out. That dude's dead now. This game does actually encourage you to, play with your own approach. This is a type of, gameplay style that's kind of popularized by Crysis, where, you will be given an environment, and it's up to you to kind of take on that environment as you see fit. So right now, I am going in guns blazing. I am playing on a lower difficulty, but that's not going to help me stay alive. In that I am terrible at games, in case shoot out the light. You cannot shoot out the light.
So it's open-ended in gameplay, but does the storyline bottleneck you, or is it open-ended as well?
I'm not super far into storyline in order to tell, but I do believe that, this is not an open world game, and not going to have real deep moral choices or anything along those lines. That dog doing
Now we
things to me.
played it through here at our house, and it does. It's a really nice trick that it's actually a fairly linear game, but it's well crafted because there's multiple paths. You can do this map in stealth mode.
Yeah.
Where essentially, you just sneak past everybody or get very far past them.
Yeah,
Before
I remember
the fighting
when
kicks up.
I
Or
remember
you
when-
can be like Smitty, right? First thing, the first guy you see, you shoot at him and bring everybody in on it. But it ultimately does. It's a maze, and you've got to follow the paths to get through it.
Also, dual-wielding assault rifles. Naturally, this is obviously a very realistic military simulator.
Just like
as,
real life.
Yeah, it's popularized
real
by
life,
our boys overseas, where they.
Rambo.
I must be out of ammo because, and I'm dead. Again, I am not good at video games, so the folks at home can mock me all that they want. But guess what? I'm bad at games. But then again, the game also does encourage you to play different styles. So as we mentioned earlier, I could be sneaking around.
So where you start from? How far back does it put you once you?
This is the
killed?
beginning of the level, quote unquote. Again,
It's not very far. When they got out of the car was the beginning of the level, and the entire game progresses like this, where there's
There, I see, I
finite
see.
start points. Each level's like
Yeah.
a chapter to a book. So you really, even if you die near the end, one of the upsides is you get to totally replay that mission, and you can play it totally differently, or say, I'm going to do it exact same, except for this time not die at that one spot.
Yeah, so where before I ran straight in, here's a little pipe you can crawl through, which I just did, so I'm doing this in reverse. Man, this is a very pretty game.
It is a beautiful game.
Yeah, it looks nice. The combat seems very tight too.
Yeah, the shooting feels nice, and the stealth actually does feel nice. I don't exactly know how to manage stealth yet. Of what's broadcasting alarm, signal detected. That means I gotta kill that guy.
I think sound makes all the difference in combat games like this. Sound of the gun, sound of the hit.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, and that looks and sounds nice.
So that door opens from the other side, meaning that I'm probably screwed where I am. Because I just kind of shot at some dudes, and now there's alarms, and
You're being hunted.
Well,
now
it's one of those
blocked.
games in the mold of Call of Duty where the automatic health regeneration. Now, me, Smitty, and Ellsworth are old enough to remember the old days of having to find health kits where your health didn't automatically regen, and it actually made things a lot harder in many ways. But the bots, the AI guys, are way smarter in modern games. That they will follow you around corners, or tend to be smarter in modern games.
And
Hey,
I'm,
I'm all about the automatic health regen.
I'm out of bullets, so this is just this must just be a section that's either encouraged to play stealthily, or I'm missing some obvious ammo pickups. But this is meant to just be a
Lock
quick
the bullets with your knife.
quick introduction here. So that's all I think we're going to show for today. But Wolfenstein: The New Order is a pretty cool game, worth checking out if you're into the first-person shooters.
It's an absolutely beautiful game.
That was good.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate your assistance, guys. And then on behalf of Ellsworth,
Me.
And I'm
Ronan,
Ronan.
and Smitty, we're signing off for SpacePotatoes.com. You all
Good night.
have a lovely evening.